A whole legend has been removed from the game. The devs confirmed something really cool if you like Ash's passive and want it on other legends. And we've got many more things to go over, so let's go straight into it. First, we keep finding new animations in Season 25, and a lot of people think this is because Respawn are going to add more value to a terrible cosmetic, as when we first got our hands on Season 25, we found out that R99 had a new pickup animation, and the Spitfire had a brand new inspect animation. I showcased this with early Season 25 access, and as we've all got our hands on the new season, we discovered the Rampage also has a new inspect animation, and the Prowler also has a new pickup animation, which led the gaming merchant to believe Respawn are preparing to allow us to put stickers on weapons, which will be a good decision to be fair, because I'm sure a lot of us own stickers right now through the Battle Pass or Twitch drops or events, and we just don't know what to do with them. So Respawn adding the ability for us to put these on our weapons would be cool, because it'll just add more value to stuff we already own. And we know from games like Counter-Strike that this is quite a lucrative way to make money, because the demand for stickers would go up if you could put them on your favorite weapons. The reason a lot of people believe this is because Respawn have been adding a load of new inspect animations lately, with most of them having our legends look at the side of the gun for an extended period of time. And the sides of the gun would be the best place to put stickers, so if this is going to be added soon, it's going to be pretty cool, because it's just going to add more value to stuff we all already own. But let's go from talking about adding stuff to removing stuff, because yesterday Respawn removed a whole legend from the game and you just can't play them right now, and that legend is Revenant. A lot of people are realizing that Revenant just isn't on the board of legends anymore. It's pretty strange seeing no Revenant in the skirmisher section, but yeah, he's gone. So what happened to him? Well, when Respawn announced that they were temporarily removing Revenant, they didn't say why, which left a lot of people confused, but the true reason he was removed is because there was a really bad glitch involving him. And the glitch was really easy to activate, and it was an invincibility glitch. Essentially, if you activated Revenant's ultimate and then blew yourself up with a grenade, well, you would just become invincible for the rest of the game, which was pretty insane. And as soon as people discovered this and word started spreading, a lot of people began abusing it. Obviously, some people would activate this glitch by accident and probably got really confused to why everybody was missing their shots, but a lot of people did deliberately activate it and ruin games with it, which became a very big issue. So currently he's gone, and people aren't really mad at Respawn because instead of letting this glitch fester while they fixed it, they took action and removed him to stop people ruining games. Honestly, a W from Respawn, even though removing a legend might frustrate some people. Although there's one thing a lot of people are debating, whether it's a Respawn W or not, because you may remember this Horizon Stargazer skin from the Void Reckoning event. Honestly, it was a nice skin. I really liked the sword on the back and Horizon's hair, but recently a concept artist at Respawn posted their original concept art for this skin and what it was meant to look like. And this is the concept art. Originally, the skin was meant to be kind of a mint and black and gold colour, and Horizon was meant to have no hair out, and also, instead of her pen, she was meant to have a quill. She also had no sword on her back. And after I posted this, because this is the biggest discrepancy between concept art to final product I'd ever seen, a lot of people were debating which one's better. For the record, I like the original, but I also like some aspects from the final product as well. On the topic of concept art, I found the concept art for Sparrow, and this was one of his original concepts before he finally came to look like what he looks like today, which is pretty interesting. It seemed he was originally going to have a lot bigger of a crossbow, and he was going to be a faceless legend with a hood up, which honestly I think looks really cool. But I do also love the Sparrow we have today. He's definitely got a lot of personality purely in his appearance, and I feel like this version of Sparrow, with or without a face, gives off a bit less personality. He was also concepted to have blue hair, red hair, and also just completely brown hair, where he looks about 30 years older. Nobody would have been using the T word if he looked like this. He also had a concept art where he looked like this, where he seemed to have like a wing or maybe a bow on his back, which is pretty interesting. And I'd just love to see a bit of concept art, although I'm happy to how he turned out in the final product. And while looking through all this information posted by developers, I found a really interesting quote from a developer. Essentially, the people over at Double Tap interviewed Apex developers and got a very intriguing answer out of one of them. Double Tap asked one of the developers, "I really like the look of Sparrow and I love Artemis even more, but it's no secret that your release rate for new legends has gone down in recent years. Has it become more difficult to create new characters while balancing the rest of the cast, and why is it that we've seen fewer new legends?" And then the senior design director at Respawn answers by saying, it's a balancing act of delivering new legends and creating high impact moments. Our focus has been on trying to elevate our legend roster as a whole, over singular new legends. We are still developing new legends, and we have exciting opportunities ahead, all while taking our existing legends and making them fresh and exciting. We hope to have more Ashe-like impacts across more of the existing roster, and deliver new, exciting legends. Which is great news, because it sounds like they are actively working on new legends, which first of all is great, and they seem excited about it, but they also said they are going to continue with the legend reworks, and they want to get the whole legend roster on a good level in Apex, which brings to mind quite a few legends that still require reworks. The fact that they outright said they want to do more reworks like the Ashe rework definitely gives me some hope for the movement side of Apex, because I noticed a pattern. Respawn are leaning way more into the movement of Apex, as the last 3 legend reworks / releases all came with movement passives. Lifeline, she has a movement passive where she can ride Doc and maintain momentum. And then Ashe got reworked, where she got a whole new passive where she had a dash, which blew her player count up. And then Sparrow came out with another movement passive where he could double jump. And guess what? All of the new legends that got movement passives are very popular because of their movement passives. So it wouldn't surprise me if Respawn keep reworking legends to give them movement passives. And to be fair, when Skirmisher was reworked, they received, guess what, a movement passive. And funnily enough, in an interview by Dexerto, one of the developers did brush over the idea of giving every legend the Ashe dash. The developer said, movement is sort of our special sauce for Apex, and as we're seeing with Ashe, her first pick rate skyrocketed. People love the dash. They love moving around. So, where we can, we definitely want to do it. But we don't want to just give it to everybody, because then it will be very hard for new players to come in and shoot everybody zooming around all over the place. We've got to be careful with it. So to me, it seems like the developers don't want to give every legend a dash, but they see the value in movement passives and how much people love movement abilities within Apex. So they are going to add more movement abilities, just nothing too crazy and nothing that would ruin the fluidity of the game at a baseline level. So what I'm personally keeping my eyes open for is just unique movement passives for legends during reworks or with new legend releases. One passive I could definitely see Respawn adding is a wall dash. We already have a dash, but why not wall dash? Maybe add a passive that allows a legend to initiate a wall run and then they get 1 bar of boost before they fall off the wall, which would kind of add wall running. But honestly, I'm really happy that Respawn do see the value in movement passives, and they're definitely starting to realize if we give legends movement passives, more people are going to want to play the legends and therefore play the game, which is a good thing. Still, to stay updated on new passives and when Revenant gets added back, subscribe.